Hey guys, or whoever's watching, I just got off work. Was thinking about doing or letting you guys know that when I first turned to the Lord, I was about 18, I think. I think I was 18. I had just gotten out of an academy for boys, for disobedient boys, and I had just gotten kicked out of my mom's, and I was homeless. And I think she kicked me out because I wouldn't pick up after myself, and I wasn't being very responsible, which is pretty much the reason I went to the academy in the first place. I was just really disobedient and not obeying my mom like I should have been. So I went to the homeless shelter. While I was there, I ended up meeting this guy. He was probably in his 50s, 55. And we were chatting, and I guess he was a Christian. I told him that I was a Christian too, because, everybody out here says that they're a Christian, no matter what. At that time, I didn't know that I wasn't a Christian. But now I know that I'm a Christian. Anyway, we talked and stuff, and what we did is we went out and canned. We go get cans, because in Iowa you could turn cans in for 5 cents, which was good money. But it was in the middle of winter, and we wanted to get out of there, so we did. And I had just gotten a job at Jimmy John's, and I went in there the day that I was supposed to work and told them that, hey, I need to go. Something came up that I dropped everything and I left. I was going to Oklahoma because we got bus tickets for Oklahoma on the Greyhound from a church that was willing to help us out. Didn't stay in Oklahoma long. I actually came back. But while I was in Oklahoma, we stayed in the YMCA off this guy's money, and I was like, man, finally we couldn't stay there anymore, and I was like, man, this is too much. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I have family and security, and carnal security, I guess I could say. My faith really wasn't there yet. I relied on people, is what I'm saying. I want to go back to my mom. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so I had to catch the bus. That's why background is different now. I left off with basically having faith in my carnal security. Yeah, and that's definitely changed now. But while I was down there, I called my mom, and she was like, all right, well, I'm going to see what I can do. And at that point in time, I was pretty happy because I knew that she would try to figure out something. And she called me back and said that my cousin's husband has an Air Force base down in Oklahoma. So, and he was actually coming out. Lo and behold. I mean, that's not coincidence. I don't care. But anyway, and he came down, I think it was that day, or I'm pretty sure he came down there, that day, and he was there, and, yeah, because I don't remember seeing anywhere except for that YMCA. But anyway, he came down there, and he put us in a hotel, because he could get a hotel because he was in the Air Force or something. And we stayed in there for a week while he was down there doing his things with the Air Force or whatever. And while I was in there, my cousin called me on the hotel phone and told me to open up the drawer, and there was a Bible in there. And I opened up the Bible, and she had me read some verses. I'm not sure what they were, but I read these verses, and we both went through them together. We both read them at the same time and stuff like that, and made sure we acknowledged each other over the phone and stuff. And I was like, it was about asking Jesus into my life and letting him be my savior and stuff like that. And at the end of this, I was, when we got done, my body was, it literally felt like something came over me. Like, I'm not even kidding you at all. It may sound weird, but Christians know that life isn't all bling. There's stuff that you cannot see that's real. This is what happened to me. Like, at the point in time, I had no idea what was going on, but my body was absolutely joyous. Like, I had never felt anything so completely loving and compelling in my entire life. It came over me and it lifted my body. I mean, my body was still on the bed. I wasn't dangling in the air, but it lifted my body up from my stomach. And I was just like that, And I just told my cousin, I'm like, dude, what just happened to me? Something just happened to me. My body just went crazy, And I felt something enter into me, And she's like, all right, well, praise the Lord. Now it was just like, what do you mean? But anyway, that's where it first started out at. That was the first part of my experience with God. And ever since then, like little hints now that I look back on them, like I was acknowledging that Jesus was my savior, but I hadn't quite gripped that fact yet. I'd still go out and do things that normal people would do, like, go out and I'd use drugs, I'd drink alcohol, I'd have parties. I was 18 years old. I did what every other 18-year-old would do. I played a lot of video games.